We are live. It is week 2, game number 5 of the 2021 NFL season. It is featuring the Las Vegas Raiders going up against the New England Patriots. We are at Gillette Stadium in New England. That comes down to LFPD.
As we'll see Cam Newton and the New England Patriots taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. Here's the punter, Jim Bailey, ready to do the honors. And we are underway in Foxborough. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially. So a net gain of 1 there. First possession coming from the Raiders, and the quarterback, their long-time starter in his 7th season, Derek Carr.
Sometimes I wonder if we're just not looking at Derek Carr and evaluating him the correct way, because this guy's been incredibly reliable. Only 2 missed starts in 6 seasons with the Raiders. His completion percentage topped 70% last year, up to anyone higher. Drew Brees in New Orleans. The problem, though, it hasn't translated into wins. They move the ball up and down the field, but they don't score enough touchdowns. Derek Carr hoping to remedy that in 2020. And that's right here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy this caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I thought that Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama. He was an absolute perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Left-handed rookies were rushing a year ago, 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie off the 1,000-yard barrier. This kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Let's grab for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. And the Raiders.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
On the ground, This is Jalen Richard. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I look it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they'll put that ball in the end zone real soon.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 3 yards to get there, 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to them.
Now he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders drive right downfield and score on the opening drive. They gotta love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Down for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-0 Vegas. A good drive that time is going to go 9 plays in all. And it was out off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it is Carlson. On the return, it's Taylor. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now coming in with Patriots, led by their 6'5" veteran quarterback, Cam Newton.
When he's at the top of his game, you see that big smile, that's when you know everything is clicking. That means he's accurate throwing the football. They can't get him down in the run game. And his team is having a whole lot of faith, because when they score a touchdown, somebody's going to get lucky and get the game ball.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. Only a couple there, as he'll be brought down at the 28.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give the defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton over the middle, and it's incomplete. Demir Bird, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach out for it. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Alabama, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage, but in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. They're on 20-yard line. The Raiders ready to retake possession. And this is a team that started the year good, 2-0, but losses in week 3 against New England and then week 4 to Buffalo, obviously both good teams. So the week 4 loss, 30-23, their first loss in their new stadium. Derek Carr, he tried his best to get him a victory through 2 touchdown passes. That actually moved him past Kenny Stabler for the most career touchdown passes as a Raider with 151. But CD, Josh Allen was a little too much for the Buffalo Bills.
Certainly was, and they couldn't get their running game going. Josh Jacobs, a career-low 48 yards rushing in that one, and the Raiders have made it a real point, as all teams do, but in their brand-new stadium that they've nicknamed the Death Star, they want to protect it, and what their motto is supposed to be, this is our place, the Death Star, where teams' dreams go to die. Buffaloes did not in this one. Raiders try to pick themselves up because they got a traditional rivalry game this time in Kansas City.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Hardy sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like he said, listen, you got to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun now for Carr. And that's caught. It's Brian Edwards. Yeah, they'll go out of bounds after taking a little further down inside the 40.
Out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Second down and 4. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 4 yards remain for second down. From the gun, it's Carr. That's into the hands of Edwards. And this time not quite to the 30, only down at the 31-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Carved that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defender to grab as well.
But a moot point there is they were able to connect.
It's a pickup of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. From the gun, Carr. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's fourth down. Jonathan Jones that time. The work got a hand in, knocked it away.
Receiver coaches preach their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson.
2-yard attempt.
And Horn's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They pass up to 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Patriots retaking possession here. This is a crew that is back at 500, 2-2. They had a trying week, all things considered, and then they fell to the Chiefs on Monday night in Kansas City. And with that, they're now 2 games back in the AFC East to the 4-0 Buffalo Bills. Certainly not a place that New England is used to being in recent memory. Coming up, they do have a home game against Denver week 5, and then a much-needed open week in week 6. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby.
This defense really flew around in the first half. They'd gotten to the ball carrier before they could really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Play action. Newton. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 17, first down.
First and 10. Somebody goes to the end route. It's against the quarterback. A really nice sight line to his receiver. And almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball to the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
So from the 36 down, 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 40, no gain on the play there, 2nd down. No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. On the left side, a catch by White. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards. You got to be enough.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, Tiger. Running game up and out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They run with Harris. He's got the first down and more inside of 40. And finally brought down at the 38. Giving 15 yards on that one. And New England has a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of his first half of action. A throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage, another nice game there. This one goes for 20.
Well, the obviously red man covers their partner. He got downfield, broke down the defender, made him think he's going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and it curls back inside for the completion.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. from the red zone now. Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with him. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up the first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs. First
With that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. The shotgun snap for Newton. That's complete, right around the 8. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Operating from the gun, Newton. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
It's now third and goal.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Newton. That's a man. It's a Patriot touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. With a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, we'd like to get that lead right.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Everybody will go ahead and tap it out the first half. Still time, they got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, or they want to let the return guy touch it.
Midfield for the point. It's up and good. We're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays territory. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Jalen Richard now on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and his Vegas offense operate. First down, Carr, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. There was a veteran, Devin McCourty, who got a hand in there to break that one up. CD, I want to sneak in a little NFC East talk here. I don't know what to make of this division. Through 4 weeks, they are combined 3-12-1. The Eagles will actually be the division champs right now at 1-2-1. Washington and Dallas 1-3. The Giants certainly not out of it. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a third and long. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep for the Patriots, Gunnar Olszewski. That's taken on the 25. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Patriots take over. Now comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with the referee. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time on me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is a great call.
The gain at 19, and it moves the chains. 6-yard line. Daniel set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped to the 23. New England trying to get a place on offense. Their defense done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they got it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. Takes this to the 27, giving 4 yards.
On every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. Let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run again with Harris. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They've not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. From the gun, Newton. Dancing to his left. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
So they come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try the air now with Newton. Throw caught here by Bird. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
When you see zone defense, and even you get a drag route on as your primary ball, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Operating from the gun. Newton looking left side and he's got him in. It's White. They funnel up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
The Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. From the gun, Newton, and that's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell your guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they...
And he's going to be blocked down. Back at its own 6-yard line. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who came there to bring him down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at third down as a manageable situation. Whether they have a much better chance of picking up.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. First down Vegas as Carr finds Ruggs that time.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Operating from the gun, Carr. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
We are seeing two really confident defenses opposed to their will on these offenses.
Absolutely going toe for toe. You
just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop something big to get back on their heels?
Carr, the Raiders following the sack, looking up on 3rd and 1. From the gun, Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips.
Oh, that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pump it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton forced out to his left. He's got the first down inside the 10. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
First and goal at the 4-yard line. That's the end of the third quarter.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
They went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try to help against the run.
Second goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Harris. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Punching it in from the other way. And the Patriots have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line. Because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks get them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive of 4 plays. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And no return forthcoming for Richard as this will come out to the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Dietrich Wise Jr. just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks. The speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down. It's backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. New England trying to get a place on offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Cam going to bring the Patriots up now 3rd and 10 at about the 32. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Brady got me tough in some games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams holding the four fingers for quarter as hours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. This offensive line's really hunkered down and established themselves.
And this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
Yeah, a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. From took it past the boundary, and it's 4th.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by opening it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. Throwing on first down is Carr. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him on 2nd and 10. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays of the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up with a big 3rd down. From the gun, Carr. We'll let this go deep for Ruggs. It's caught at the 20. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. On 3rd down, that is a big-time play for the Raiders. 61 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know, carrying the ball behind them, can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal.
First down, Las Vegas.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a first and goal for this game, still hanging in the balance. Now a throw in the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late, but he tried to fill that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
To your point, it's a nice job for knocking the ball away. But you're also right, you can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Carr to throw. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 4 yards on a touchdown grab. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing out. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Daniel Carlson on for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown, okay. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
Daniel Carlson.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. On the return, it's Taylor. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there, caught it to 26. Now comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that. But they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to hold on another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
He would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
Now we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Newton. He's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Newton. All battle for it here, and this will be caught. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They defer to White out of the shotgun. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Now here's a timeout. As they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. So here now is the kicker, Nick Folk. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So here now is the kicker, Nick Folk. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. That's how, when it comes to needing a field goal and closing seconds pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick away. Here comes Richard on the return. Today's final score. Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL.